All cars sold in the United States must undergo rigorous testing for crashes. Parts that form car bodies are made of sheet metal, cut and shaped in special dies and welded together by robots. NIST researchers say those parts could be made lighter without compromising their strength if the testing of the material was more rigorous.
The testing the automotive companies does is fairly simple. Tensile tests, other sorts of things. We've developed next generation tests, more complicated tests, more realistic to simulate the behavior of the materials while they're being manufactured and while they're being used.
NIST is helping the U.S. automotive industry in choosing and using advanced, lightweight materials in their vehicles, saving them money and increasing fuel efficiency. In their automotive lightweighting lab, sheet metal samples are painted white and then lightly sprayed with black speckles.
We can deform the material in the center here in a very complicated way that the material might see in a die as it's being pulled and pushed into making a fender or a hood. But we can also deform it, say if there's a weld in there or some kind of a corner, and see how this would behave in a more complicated sense.
High-resolution cameras measure how the speckles move while the sample is being stretched. This gives a lot more information than the old method of measuring only the stretch between two spots.
To give you an example of what they're looking for, if they believe that a material can be deformed to, let's say, 20% stretch, if it actually can be deformed to 22% stretch and they simply can't measure that, that's actually very, very important to them, because that is worth millions of dollars to them, that they can get a little more deformation out of a piece of material.
Scientists say since they developed the new testing machines, more and more manufacturers and their suppliers come to test not only metals, but also fiber-reinforced polymer composites. George Putic, VOA News, Washington.